was the part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, and maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the 2nd of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Hurts. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On On third down, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a...
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Sanders off the option. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Runs over. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 receptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 27, Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Let's go now.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. force an incompletion.
Cousins now. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Hurts. This is Smith to the ground. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Devontae Smith's workload certainly didn't get any lighter, going from being a Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama to his first year with the Philadelphia Eagles. 104 targets as a rookie, and his 916 yards, they were the most for a Philly wideout since 2015. They go to him there for a first down.
Come on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurts. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Final play of the half. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, You're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Again, it's Cook. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Cousins to throw it. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Santos set to kick off.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.